see here. What's up? We're trying this again. What's up, Doc Alex? You've been here the entire time. Respect. Not just for the stream. You've been a subscriber for a really long time. Alt F4 is a hell of a keystroke, and we're back again. We're getting too old for this shit. All right, so Dylan.
Let's take a look. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Hey, no, you're right about the Be Live thing. Be Live's fucking up.
Yeah, I think it might be for like a. I have to give my school presentation and let me talk to you for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's meant for a 2-hour live stream or something.
You know,
if you're in the chat, try to join again. If not, then
rip.
we'll do this another time.
But yeah, no. We never finished that meme review, and I feel like this is a good time to pick that back
I agree.
up.
I'm nervous. Let's check to see if Eigenbros can join.
Yeah, no,
And
it's a good point. It's a good point.
Hold off on the memes, just so we can get a nice little conversation going. If they can't, then we'll go to the memes. Oh. All right. We're joined. This is nice and small.
Tonight's special guest is actually
Me.
Dr. Phil.
Shit.
Oh. Hey. 3, 2, 1.
Sorry, I keep trying to show just Dr. Phil and it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, I think that's because that's they don't hard code into Be Live what to do when literally just nobody wants to be on screen. But hey, who knows?
Someone's saying bring back slow mode. Let me do that real quick. I forgot that I restarted. So that should probably be doable. I mean, I have it enabled, dude. I don't know.
You know, it doesn't seem overwhelming right now. I don't.
Wait, did I just see something from Eigenbros? No.
Well,
there's less than 100 people here now, so it's
yes,
pretty.
Yes. I would need
cool with me.
Like I would have hired literally 2 moderators if it got over 100. Like I knew I would get over 100 viewers consistent. I mean, that's tough.
Did you catch PBS Spacetime's live stream the other day?
Oh no, I didn't know they live streamed.
They had thousands of people in there, and it was just like.
Oh my god! They probably had like a lot of mods. I mean, that's what I did. Like I said on Kyle Hills, people were like asking him, "Oh, do you know such and such?" And he started talking like, "Oh yeah, like I watched Eric from Veritasi and his kids or whatever." I don't even think he has kids, but I don't know what it was. But it was something to that effect. And I was like, "Oh, do you know Dylan Berger?" I was like, "Yeah, like I made those dope ass animations." And he didn't. Even though like I made him for his video, he chose to ignore it, and for that I'll never forgive him.
For whose video?
Kyle Hill.
Who's that?
I said this before. Long hair. He said real helpful. Just like look him up for like 1 second. I know you'll recognize him.
What's his spell it?
Kyle Hill.
Kyle.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, I don't know what you want me to say. But
I assume it's not the basketball player.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I made him. He did a video on the poop, and like how hoarding toilet paper is irrational, just based on some reasonable dimensional analysis. Kind of how many times you would have to be shitting per day, with some reasonable assumptions. How many sheets of toilet paper you would have to use every excretory event. And I made it in 3 blue 1 brown software, and it was real clean animation. Yeah.
Yes, all that
nice.
on like GitHub, right?
Yeah, it's all open source, and you can download it, run it. It's really simple, beautifully constructed software.
Yeah, I remember when I was first learning Python. I was like, let's check let's check that out. And I was like, oh my god, never mind.
Yeah, no, if you're first learning Python, you might need to, practice for loops for a little bit first.
Hello world.
Yeah, exactly. A couple more hello worlds. The fun fact about coding is that the more times you run hello world, the better you get at coding.
That's how it works.
If hello, print world.
For hello world. Print I.jpg. Do you ever get tired of the theoretical things? Like, do you ever just want to get more hands-on with science?
For the listeners with us, Andrew Dustin just took a sip of his Jameson.
Yeah, I forgot that I had Coke. I was sipping it straight, and I was like, why am I doing that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, because like the hands-on stuff going on in fundamental physics right now is so like nth time removed. It's like if you really want to get the hands-on stuff in fundamental physics, you'll be building a little fucking part in like, and I'm not saying that there's nothing to that, but or whatsoever, but I mean it's it's kind of difficult to see the bigger picture and sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. And you're not just like, oh, I'm seeing this happen because I'm an experimentalist. It's like, have you seen those chambers for particle physics experiments? They're insane.
Oh yeah, the little cloud chambers.
Yeah, the cloud chambers are cool, man. I like looking at those.
Yeah, no, those are super cool. I never made a cloud chamber, unless we're talking about vaping, bruh. Stay at home, kids. Don't vape.
Is this the new Joe Rogan podcast? I don't know, Jamie. Pull that up.
That was really, man. That will be underappreciated.
Does QFT help you kickflip?
Wow, that's a great question.
It'll help you laser flip.
Oh, dude, laser flips are tough.
Yeah, I can only do them up euros. I can never do them flat ground.
Wait, you used to blade, man. You used to skate, bro.
I used to be sponsored for skateboarding. Yeah.
I feel like every kid in middle school lied about that. So, are you lying or not?
No, I'm serious. There was a local skate shop, so it wasn't anything crazy. But
Same,
yeah.
dude. Same.
Really?
Yeah. It was in
Yeah, that's
it was
lame.
in Alexandria. That's where the skate shop was. Alexandria, Virginia. It was do you want to know the name? Because was yours in Alexandria? Because like if we said the same shop, I
Mine
would
was in Norfolk, Virginia.
all right, all right. Mine was Yerkes Lynn was the name of the shop.
Yerkes?
Yeah, Yerkes Lynn. It was pretty dope. They gave me like 4 free decks and like that was cool.
Yeah, I never had to pay for fees to do like competitions. The skateboards, I didn't get the free boards very often, but if they had like wheels or trucks and stuff, for some reason that came a lot more frequently.
Oh,
But
nice.
the skate park in the back where it was all like mini ramps and stuff, that was pretty cool. Do you guys have any interest in the philosophy of science and physics? I don't know, Dylan. Do you have an interest in philosophy?
Uh well, I do have a YouTube channel that has at least 3 podcasts, I think, on the philosophy of physics and in terms of fundamental physics. So go ahead, check that out. And the answer is yes, I do have a deep interest. I think they're actually very, very important questions that I wish were taken more seriously in the mainstream physics community. But yeah.
Doc Alex says, "What did you learn in physics about circuit analysis?" So when I was in undergrad, I had 2 experimental physics courses that I had to take. One
Hmm.
was an actual experimental physics course where we kind of reproduced famous experiments throughout history.
Mhm.
But the first one was it was a course in circuits. So that's all we did was we worked with op amps, resistors, all that stuff. I didn't learn very much, admittedly. Like I'm very weak with circuits, mostly because my lab partner Rod, who's a friend of mine to this day.
I thought you were gonna say my lab partner Rob. Fuck that guy.
Yo.
Like
No,
he didn't do shit.
He had such a big interest, and he was so good with that stuff to where
Yeah.
it kind of dominated the lab a little bit. And I never pressure. I was like, no, I want to learn it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I didn't get too much out of that class. But now he graduated. People ask about what you can do with a physics degree. I never really knew you could do physics with a physics degree, if I'm being honest, because normally you have to go to grad school. So he started working at Jefferson Lab with just a
Oh,
bachelor,
nice. He found a nice. Right on. You
which
know, I
is
mean,
kind of crazy.
like, yeah, I mean that's important. I mean, those kind of opportunities are available, but it seems
He
like
has.
Yeah.
Good.
No, I was just saying it sounded like he had a really, really nice skill set to kind of show
Yeah,
off there. Yeah.
for sure. But he has mentioned that there's been a huge amount of red tape to go around because of the fact that he doesn't have a.
Oh, that is annoying. Yeah.
So, that's something.
Yeah. I
Ev-
mean, there's not that we
Dude,
agree with it, but there is a lot of bullshit. Yeah.
I feel bad for Jefferson Lab.
Damn.
So, I don't know if you know about this, but for the past 10 years at least, probably, there's been talk about making a new particle accelerator called the Electron Ion Collider.
Hmm.
It'll help us probe deeper structures of the nuclei, analyze the spin distribution in the proton and the
Really?
neutron, and so it's a big. It's huge. It's the next step in accelerator physics.
Really?
And
Electron and why not use something bigger to hit ion?
if you hit
Oh,
bigger,
because you'll get more jets and bullshit like that. Right. I see.
so with this electron ion collider, what's big about it is things like CERN exist and they're multinational. This thing
Mhm.
is on the same order of magnitude as the LHC, but it's US strictly.
Mm.
Which
That
it
sounds
take
like the superconducting super collider, that got canceled.
yeah. But so there's talk about it. It was in like the critical whatever stage of like, okay, it'll probably get built, but we don't know where. So it was
Mhm.
a question of will it get built at Jefferson Lab in Newport News, Virginia,
Mhm.
or Haven National Lab near like Long Island.
Oh, yeah, no, I love, you said, BNL, Brookhaven National
Yeah,
Lab?
exactly.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
on.
So it was decided very, very recently that it's going to BNL,
Mm.
which means Jefferson Lab's going to be a bit tight on new physics.
Well,
Oh,
unless
okay. I see him.
Oh, you do?
Hold on.
He's got it coming.
Uh-oh, they set up the whole thing.
We the boys.
Hey, what's up, boys? How you doing?
What's up, Terrence? Say something. I want to make sure I can hear you.
Yo, can you hear?
Oh my god.
Uh,
No, I can't see you or hear
Yeah.
you actually.
oh.
Oh shoot, I can't hear them.
I'm just kidding. What's up, man?
Oh, he said that he couldn't hear you.
Hey.
Can you hear us?
Hold on one sec. I can't hear you guys yet. Only
Okay,
on my
fair enough.
phone.
Fair enough. But yeah, so I could always just act as a
No, I can't
translator
hear them
because
yet. I can't hear them still.
Andrew, can you hear Terrence?
I can hear Terrence.
Okay, yeah, you can. Yeah.
Never
Okay,
ends.
And I can see him.
fair enough. Why doesn't just
All right,
like
Terrence.
one stand like in a room, like 2 rooms away, and just like yell to you what we're saying?
Face the wall.
Yeah.
Terrence, can you hear us yet? No, it doesn't look like it.
Here, Juan, you take it. You take it for now.
Well, I mean,
I heard one in the background.
the headphones
Oh.
are pretty useless.
Dieteric Labs. I didn't. realize
Everyone,
you
I
did
just want to
live
say
streams.
real quick, just Simp Nation. Shout out to Simp Nation. I want to say that Simp means suckers impressed by mediocre physics. That's what it means.
Oh, you heard it here first. Physics after
And
hours.
I'm going to drop the mic with that one.
That adds up. Yo, 1 second, guys. I'm glad you guys are on here, but I just want to give a quick shout out. Dude, I still don't know how to pronounce the name of your channel. I call it Dieteric Labs. This man's does incredible videos on introductory, not even introductory. It's like physics across the board. You want to know about
Dieteric Lab.
you want to know about quantum field theory, the different kinds of model, like different derivations in uh, weird stuff that it would be left as an exercise in Peskin and Schroeder. He goes through it. He's
Uh-huh.
answered my questions in the past. He
Nice.
deserves you guys to check him
All
out a
right,
bit.
I'm gonna
So
sub
he's in
him.
the
I'm gonna
chat
sub
right
him
now.
right now. I'm gonna sub him.
The funny thing
I'm gonna
about it,
send-
one of my buddies, his name's Andrew. I was talking to him today, and he was like, "Yo, by the way, if you haven't, you should check out this channel because he does this physics all over the place, all the crazy stuff." I was like, "Oh, hell yeah, I'll
Nice.
check that out." Yeah, I clicked on his
Hell
link, and I was
yeah.
like, "I've subscribed to this guy for
This
the
is good
past."
stuff. Yeah, no, this looks like good stuff. I just subbed him, so
It's incredible.
oh, yeah.
Anyways, so he said, "Wait, by the way, Terrence, can you guys hear us yet?"
No, but like we're getting feedback from
Did you mute them?
I can't mute them. Only you can do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, no worries. He said, thanks for the shout out. No worries, man. I mean, it's those, like when you're first starting out with the making video stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's cool. It's cool coming across those channels where it's like, dude, this is what we need.
I think Eigenbros is trying to come back now.
All right, let me unmute. Yeah, I'm glad that he could tune in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked him some weird question one time about GR meets quantum field theory stuff, I think.
Nice. No, I'd love to have him on a podcast.
You should talk to him.
Yeah, that'd be
I
super
haven't
cool.
spoken to him outside of like comment sections. He's pretty approachable, at least in the comments.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll definitely see if I can get him on. So I can hear you.
I can't
I
hear
can
you.
hear
though.
you. No, you can't hear me.
I can't hear the Eigenbros.
I know, but did you unmute them?
Yeah.
Yo, can y'all hear us? Eigensimps, what's up? Oh no, they dipped out. God damn it.
All right, we'll just wait for them to come back.
You know, I mean, maybe I can get out because I've been kind of on here for a while. So
Yeah, you feel like heading out then?
yeah, I'm probably gonna head out soon. I gotta make my easy Mac. So
Yeah, no worries.
you know all that
I
good
haven't
stuff.
eaten dinner yet as well. Well, okay. If you're feeling like heading out, then we might give you like a little quick sign off. If you guys are interested in some long form discussions between different branches of people who are in different branches of physics, be sure to check out Dylan Berger on YouTube. His videos are great, awesome podcast, fun to just put on while you're doing something else, or if you just want to listen intently on what else is out there. He also has a great Twitter page. I don't use Twitter. I don't know, but apparently it's
I know,
very.
but that's where my come up came from. The come up was through Twitter.
So what are your Twitter handles?
Yeah, my I have two accounts. One of them, I guess the more famous of the two is at Inertial Observer, without the third E, the second E in observer. And if you just search Dylan Berger Twitter, it'll come up. So yeah, my name is in bracket notation. It's all good. And my shitposting account, which I never plugged before, is Mr. Nomer. That is the husband of Misnomer. So yeah.
All right. Well, it was great talking to you, man. Glad you got to come out here and made this live stream a lot more fun. I'm gonna stick around for a little bit longer.
Oh yeah, for sure. Get you some, get you a drink. I'm gonna finish my drink while I make my Easy Mac with turkey meat because I'm a fancy boy. Got to get the protein with the carbs.
Oh yeah, we got some ground turkey meat in the fridge for some turkey tacos.
Ooh, you know how to
Anyways,
live,
brother.
All right, brother.
Talking to you, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, you too.
All right, see you.
See ya.
All right, and then it looks like we also lost No More Eigen Bros. Well, he's still in the chat. They're still in the chat, but it looks like it's just us now. So let's go ahead and go through. Someone said, "Why are you ignoring me?" I was talking to Dylan, signing him off. I don't know if that was the issue, but let's go through some of these other comments. So an earlier one that the "Why are you ignoring me?" comment person made was, "An electron and positron go into a bar. Positron, you're round. Electron, are you sure?" I'm positive. That's why I'm ignoring you. I don't know why. There's like neutron walks into the for you no charge. I just don't find those things funny anymore. Meow Meow joins the stream. Okay, one sec. Here you go. This is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Floor gang. I still don't know what that means. What's up, pretty girl? What's up, pretty girl? Hi. All right, she wants to leave now. Eigen Bros. Take it home, Andrew. We'll have to join you another time when we figure that out. Yeah, the thing is, this whole streaming platform that I'm using right now, but BeLive.tv, it's garbage. Like it does sort of what it needs to, but you see how many times we've had to stop this and start this. I think I'm just gonna invest in something more dependable later on. But since I don't do this, this is my first time ever doing this. It didn't seem justifiable yet. You're so rude to me, roasting you in front of everyone. Dude, I just don't think the positive, negative, yeah, particles have different charges. uh, let's see, what else do we got here? What do you all want to talk about? Let's see some stuff. Floor gang, great, that's helpful. Yeah, it sucks that we couldn't have Eigen Bros on here. Why was the physicist so? Oh, so now we're doing one-liners. All right, let's do it. Why was the physicist so good at smuggling methamphetamine while everyone was observing his position? No one saw his speed. That one's actually pretty good. Okay. Alexis, alas. Hey, do you have a girl? Haha, yeah, I do, dude. I mean, it's nothing too serious. We've only lived together for like a couple of years now. You know what I mean? And she's right there. But it's like normal. Whatever. Haha. Meme review. Because I hear in your channel mentioning programming stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you do theoretical physics or really any kind of physics, you're going to pick up some kind of programming in the end. Dylan said he tried to comment and y'all told him to find another stream. Glad I've taught you well. Get out of here, Dylan. This is my stream now. So what time is it right now? It's 9:44. We'll probably do this for another 15 minutes or so. I still haven't eaten dinner yet. So it's 9:44 p.m. my time anyways. What kind of music are you listening to? I like anything a little funky, bluesy, jazzy, anything like that. Let's see. What equations are on the board behind you? This is just some doodles that I was doing. I had to calculate a Feynman diagram. Then I got aggro. I stopped. But I still need it, so I didn't erase it. Can you help me integrate x dx? See, that's impossible because x isn't a constant. So how would you do that? Have you thought about getting into cosmology? I entertained that at first when I was nearing the end of my undergrad. I applied for a few astronomy and astrophysics internship programs that I didn't get into any, so I didn't get my feet in the door. So I really enjoyed nuclear physics when I had an internship in that. So I was like, yeah, let's go for that then. Andrew, do you have some course on Riemannian geometry, or you just learned GR on GR courses? Yeah, everything I learned about Riemannian geometry was just from GR. I never took a course in GR. That is mostly self-taught. I had some meetings, like weekly, semi-weekly meetings with a professor who did a PhD in some GR stuff. And if I had questions, he would answer those. But everything that I know about GR, for the most part, I just picked up some books. And at first, I thought that that was a very weird thing until I learned that my research advisors who do research in perturbative quantum chromodynamics, a quantum field theory, neither of them had taken a course in quantum field theory. So those of you who are like, can I teach myself this? Yeah, you can. It's just up to you on if you do, and be honest with yourself on if you understand something or not. What made you choose Nmsu? They offered, so in nuclear physics, they may, if I say I want to do theoretical nuclear physics, that sounds very specific, but it's not yet, really. You have to be more specific when you do a PhD. So if you want to do theoretical nuclear physics, the options are pretty much, do you want to go perturbative? So that's like higher energy, or lattice, which is kind of usually lower energy. And I wasn't sure. And if you claim to know exactly what you want to do with that right after you graduate from undergrad, I think you're kind of kidding yourself a little bit. So the great thing about NMSU is they offered PhDs in like specialties in both of those. They had people who did perturbative QCD, phenomenology, and lattice. So it didn't hurt that Kelly also was applying here for their astronomy program. So everything just kind of aligned with that. Let's see. When did you find out what you wanted to do your research in? I think I'm still kind of figuring that out. I know that I like perturbative QCD. At a certain point, it's sort of decided for you. Like, you know what you like, you pick something, and then your advisors are like, yeah, I want you to research this. I know Kelly's in a bit of a different. She's farther along in her research than I am, so she's able to come up with these ideas on what she's interested in with her research. I'm not quite there yet. I don't understand the stuff well enough to know what I want to do next. I still kind of rely on my advisors to tell me what I should be doing. The cat wants to leave, so I'm going to open the door real quick for her to get out, girl. Okay. What's your opinion on the universe of Toronto compared to I don't know. I'm sure it doesn't matter. You should have came to Boulder. There's a student from NMSU who's going to grad school at Boulder now, I think, who just graduated last year. He's a very smart guy, very humble guy too. I don't know him very well, but he's going there. So that university sticks out a little bit. How do I get Twitter famous like Dylan? I don't know, dude. I've posted on Twitter like once, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Is Dylan in the chat? Because I see Eigenbros saying some stuff. Is doing a double degree in math and physics useful? Sure. I don't see why not. I've said it a million times. I'll say it again. Any math that you need in physics is going to be taught also in your physics classes, sort of, right? You have to learn differential equations, calculus, the basic math, the low-level math. But the group theory, anything, the tensor stuff, that's going to be taught as you go, right? Or else they would make it part of the major. That's something to really understand. How often do you approximate small angles? Be honest. As often as I can. I don't know. I don't really use. I keep things general for the most part. Arbitrary angle theta. It's either arbitrary or zero. Jonathan Rodriguez, junior astrophysics major here. What's the difference between theoretical and observational work? I have to know much more math for theoretical. I would say so. For astrophysics, I don't know. I can't really tell you that. It seems like astrophysics is more of a observational science. For physics, it's been around for so long that it's very multifaceted. I see Dylan Berger. Is Dylan in the chat? Are you sure you want to remove Dylan from the chat? Yes, I am. Great. I don't know. Theoretical physics is more formal. It just is. I mean, if you were to spend a bunch more time learning about non-abelian gauge theories versus whatever, learning about Lie algebras and Lie groups and stuff. I don't know. I don't know how useful that is to an experimentalist. I need to do that because I need to know what's important if I have a model in mind. Like, is a gauge invariant or something like that. I don't know. I've never been on the other side of things. I don't know how important that is if they use that kind of thought process frequently. Uh, I did take a course in experimental nuclear physics, and it widened my scope quite a bit. The way that they think is very different. It's almost historical. For us, it's like, oh, uh, well.
I'm sorry.
What you laughing at?
I don't know. I was just shit posting, seeing like how you could burst through this, and like I was actually, yeah, I actually never exited out of the B Live because it came through like with no lag. So I don't know. I still need to make my mac and cheese. I don't know why I
Alright.
think it's okay.
I guess Dylan's gonna be popping in and out.
No, I'm not. This is my last appearance. I just didn't know if you were still with us. Okay. Good night, everybody. Peace.
Wow, how cringe is he?
Oh no. It's gonna happen.
What is that thing on the whiteboard? It's just so I have a light and behind the camera that's projecting. The rate at which the light is coming out is competing with the frame rate of the camera, and you get this weird little alias uh, pattern here. Why did I remove Dylan? He's gonna go eat. He already said that he was leaving earlier. He's digging around. Uh, Dylan with the 1 out of 0 memes, the infinitely funny memes. What else we got here? How much do you think quantum computing is overhyped? I don't know enough about it to comment, to be honest. Hero says Dylan Berger's highest. Has Ricci flow ever been used in conjunction with general relativity? I don't know. Ricci tensor? Sure. How hard would it be to get a PhD in physics after getting an undergrad in electrical engineering? There's been a couple people that have gone in with engineering degrees to physics. I don't know anyone who's continued to PhD, but I know that they've done masters. Excuse me. But it's definitely doable. I think there are certain courses would be almost maybe easier, and some would be a bit of a learning curve. If you do electrical engineering, I don't expect there to be a reason for you to have this overwhelming sense of familiarity with quantum mechanics. So that I think would be a bit weird. But there are other courses that would probably, you blow us out of the water. I don't know. So there's some give and take. The big thing with grad school is, talk to other people about what you're having a hard time with. And I'm sure they'll help you in some areas and you'll help them with others. Let's see. Hi, Andrew. Just thought I'd let you know that I'm currently making waffles at 11 p.m. I mean, if Waffle House can stay open until forever, I think you can make waffles at any time in your own home. Do a stream with Flammy next time. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know what time it is in Germany right now. That'd be cool. He's brought it up a couple times before. Yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about that guy. He was the one that kind of like found me, I guess. You could say that. Do you want to be a teaching professor or a research professor? What is a teaching professor? That sounds a bit redundant to me. The plan is to be a researcher. That's my goal. So I know that I make videos on YouTube and stuff, and I really enjoy that. But I am an aspiring physics researcher who also makes physics videos. So do with that information what you will. The end goal is to be a researcher, whatever. And also, this comes along with that, like teaching or something. So be it. But I want to be a researcher. Eigen Bros still in the chat. Eigen Bros, you may not be on here with me, but what do you want to talk about? Let me know. That's so cute that you and Juan were in that room together, about to join us all. I wish it could have happened. If you're smart, then what's 2 plus 2? Huh, smart guy? At least 3, okay? Changed my mind. Some professors do 3 to 5 classes per semester. That sounds like a lot, and I agree that it is at first. But if you've taught the class already, you already have the notes, right? Every class I've TA'd, which is kind of been a little bit unfortunate and annoying, is it's always been novel. So any notes that I've taken, problems that I've solved and stuff, it's like new every single time. But I imagine like if I taught quantum mechanics once and then I had to do it again next semester would be like easy. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just it's completely different every time, but why don't photons have mass? I don't know. I thought I'd let you know that these waffles are tasting great. I've missed so many people's comments this whole chat, this whole stream. Somehow I saw yours twice about your stupid waffles. If you could self-teach, why even bother going to grad school and not just jumping straight into research? Because there'd be 2 people that don't know that they're wrong and don't know how to know that they're wrong. I don't know. You have to learn formally what it's like to learn something before you can convince yourself that you know what you're doing. I don't think I could have learned something myself in physics until at least the very end of undergrad. And still, that's just what I think I know, right? I know that I know tensor calculus because that stuff is like it's completely objective. There's how do you contract with this? What's the closed form way of writing the curvature tensor? Whatever it is, there's a way of doing it. You can check yourself. But with like solving a new physics problem, I wouldn't trust myself to do that without a formal education in how to think that way. I don't know. Okay. You doing okay? Looking a little tired, looking a little fried. I am getting kind of tired. We're only gonna do this for a little bit longer. What kind of computer? Any that computes. Stop ignoring me, Andrew. Physics. Uh, let's see here. I'm trying to get interviewed by the Eigen Bros. You hear that, Eigen Bros? Someone wants you to ask them about them. Okay. On a real note, you did inspire me to study in physics. Thank you. Like really telling stuff I didn't know. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you found some use in what I make that makes me feel pretty good. What advice would you give to young aspiring researchers in undergrad? So with these kinds of questions, I just have to go off on them and not. I don't know enough about you to give a very helpful answer. So when I hear I'm going to do research, I'm an undergrad, all I can do is talk about things that I would probably change. Anyone who wants to go into research professionally in physics, you got to get a PhD. That's rule number 1. How do you get to that point? Well, you have to get into grad school. How do you get to that point? Well, you have to do well in undergrad. You have to do some research experiences. Here, now we're getting to the important part, research experiences. Get as many as you can. 1 is mandatory, damn near. There's probably some exceptions somewhere, but if you wanted to get it into grad school, you got to have some kind of. You're saying, hey, I want to be a professional researcher. Oh, okay, great. What research experience told you that that's your passion? Oh, I haven't had any. Let us invest in you for 5 years to see so that you can figure it out. You know what I mean? Like I get it. I get kind of feeling like you know you want to do it, but you have to experience it first. Uh, but once you have a research experience, be that SULI or REU or whatever it is, one of the things that I did was I just became absorbed with the internship itself, and I did not branch out a bit. I didn't go to those. If you do like an REU, there's a million things like, oh, let's meet all of the other REU students. We'll go to the movies. Go ice skating, all this stuff. I went to zero of that. I did zero networking. I just worked and some of the people that I added on Facebook, they're still friends to this day, and they meet and they have all of these experiences and stuff. I regret not doing that more. I regret not taking advantage of meeting the people I was surrounded by the entire time and getting to know them. Cristo Sanchez, hey Andrew, I was recently admitted to Nmsu's Astro PhD program, and I owe a lot of it to your vids. Oh, awesome! I'm sure you'll see Kelly and Farhan and all of them all the time. I'm sure I'll meet you as well. Looking forward to it. Eigenbros says, at Nathan, I will never look at your channel. You look dumb. Well, Eigenbros, you heard it. You heard it here first. Eigenbros hates Nathan. That was a joke, by the way. They didn't say that. Which textbooks would you recommend for Calc 3 or DiffyQ? I really don't think it matters. I couldn't tell you. That's the thing. There are books throughout my education that have stood out that I'm like, this was actually a very good book. Not a single one of them has been a math book. They're all the same to me, especially the lower level ones like differential equations or calculus. They're just let's be honest. You're gonna look up Patrick JMT anyways, regardless of what book you use. You're gonna look up them on YouTube, and they're gonna help you with problem solving. Same thing goes with differential equations with like Khan Academy or whatever. There's so many other resources online to where it doesn't matter what book you get. For higher level physics, I think it does matter a little bit though. Let's see. If I don't read your comment, it's just because I don't really have much to say about it. So it's not necessarily that I'm ignoring it. It's just that me saying, I don't know might become a bit repetitive. What are your thoughts on going to Ivy universities? I never went to one, so here we go, right? I just don't know. Good for you. Do you think high school physics classes should focus on memorizing equations or understanding the how/why to begin concepts? That's a good question. It's too early to force derivations down the throat too much, I think. But a lot of them, if you're not lazy, you can do it without calculus, right? The kinematic equations can be derived without using calculus. You just have to know how to do it. And that's something a high school student should be able to follow. In theory, the ones who were taking calculus in high school could follow the calculus version. I didn't take calculus in high school. I didn't take calculus my first year of undergrad. I was a late bloomer. Okay, so the algebra stuff is what I was okay with. There's a bit of a give and take there. I'm not quite sure. Hey Andrew, I'm starting a statistics PhD next semester and don't know any physics, but still love your videos. Awesome, good luck. Statistics is one of my weakest subjects. I think it's a weak subject for a lot of physics people. That's why papers might take so long to be published because people disagree on how to do the analysis. Any physics student knows statistics. Any physicist knows a lot of statistics, but there's a lot of disagreement on how it should be carried out. Let's see. What time is it? 10:05. I'm gonna do 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna call it quits. We've been live streaming for 4 hours. Do you plan to keep the beard look until I start working out again? I'm not trying to show this off. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's see. How do you like that chair? It sounds pretty nice. I mean, it can do this. So that's pretty neat. I like it. I spent a lot of time in this chair. Let me ask you. You guys are asking me questions. Let me ask you. Any of y'all play RuneScape? Any OSRS gamers in the chat? YKG equation implies direct. I assume that means why does the Klein-Gordon equation imply the Dirac equation? Well, if you factor the Klein-Gordon equation, if you do it properly, you have to factor it in terms of these 4 vectors. So you have 2 kinds of factors that equal 0 at the end, and one of them ends up becoming the Dirac equation. I actually have a video on deriving it. It looks like my camera is actually about to die here pretty soon, so we might cut this short now. So I'll sign off here. I appreciate you all tuning in. This was fun. We should do this again. I mean, it looks like a lot of universities might stay closed next semester, so maybe I'll do more of these. It was really fun talking to you all. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. In the future live stream, come with some questions. Let's keep this interactive, and I'll see you all there. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you all next time.